Update: my ex-wife's new husband made fun of me in front of his friends because I didn't have a job. They didn't know I owned the company they all worked for, until I fired them. What happened next was funny. The life she thought she had secured crumbled beneath her. At 8:45 a.m., I took another sip of my coffee. Just another Monday morning. They had no idea that by 9 a.m., their world would be over, and I would be there to watch it all burn. I believe the name of the accounting woman, Emma, was whispered to her colleague. She informed them that there was a problem with Melissa. One of the IT staff muttered to himself that Angela was finally being fired. As we arrived at the main entrance, Tom abruptly stopped moving and turned to face me, his fists clenched. I arched an eyebrow. "You set this up," he hissed in a low, angry voice. "This isn't over," Melissa snapped as she whirled around, pointing a manicured finger at me. I grinned, slipping my hands into my pockets. "Melissa, you didn't realize that everything you owned was originally mine." Angela shook her head, sighed in shock, then let out a bitter laugh. "Breaking you. You allowed it to happen while we were laughing at you during those dinner parties. Would you have trusted me if I had told you the truth?" In silence, I shrugged. They were all too blinded by their own conceit to see the answer, which was no. Too inebriated by their delusion of dominance to ever entertain the idea that Tom was merely the owner of the man they despised. I tilted my head, thinking. "You just made the biggest mistake of your life," Tom said as he stepped closer, his mouth tense. "I have contacts with investors. You can't just destroy us and get away with it." "Who do you mean?" I asked, abruptly cutting him off. "The investors who recently pulled out of your business this morning. Or the legal team that just discovered your financial documents were marked for fraud." His expression darkened, but I wasn't done yet. I took a composed step forward. "Are you talking about Sophia?" I asked, lowering my voice. He stiffened, his eyes flashing with something unreadable. "She will adore telling you why she left, the man who built everything she ever desired, only to get his whole body tattooed in regret." He had no response. He realized I was right. Security unlocked the doors. As they swung open, Tom gave me one final glare, his face contorted with resentment. "This isn't over," he repeated, venom dripping from his voice. I grinned. "Yes, it is." And then, they were gone. As soon as the doors closed, hushed whispers filled the room. My right-hand executive, Sarah, approached me with her TBL in hand. "It was dramatic," she remarked, glancing at the door. I grinned. "They were expecting it." She nodded, reviewing her notes. "Legal has completed their terminations. Their offices have been emptied, their access and security erased.